Welcome back to the Mills Way channel. We're here adding to our relationships and dating tips series. I'm with a good friend of mine, and I really appreciate her spending time with us today. She is a really caring person and likes to help out other people. She loves to help people with their relationships and wants to see everybody have happy, healthy relationships. So thank you so much for coming today.
No problem. My pleasure.
Now, tell them a little bit about yourself. You were married how long?
22 years or so, I think. Something like that.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, I read today where the big hurdle is that 7-year itch is when a lot of divorces happen. When I got divorced, they said there's a 5-year itch, 7-year itch, 13-year itch, 20-year itch, and the empty nester when you look at each other going, the kids aren't around, we don't have anything in common. So.
Well, I think actually if the relationship is going well, there probably wouldn't be any itches.
True. Very true. That is so true. That's why I'm making this to hopefully help other people too.
Yeah.
What have you seen? You said you have some friends going through a tough time right now.
Yeah, they are. They just announced basically that they're getting a divorce, and they had kind of grown up together, lived together, and had a long. I'm sure they've been married since, I don't know, probably 30 years, and they kind of I think lost touch with each other along the way, because I recently went to their daughter's graduation just this last weekend and talked to each of them separately, and I think what I saw is that communication broke down. I mean, it's easy to say, but looking at it from the outside, but I think they just didn't recognize it. One of them was telling me that the other wouldn't talk about something, the house and who was going to live there, and the other one was telling me that he wouldn't, that talking to her, and she wouldn't talk about what was going on. So I think what it comes right down to is communication. You know, you got to keep that open in a relationship.
It is so huge. Stephen Covey in 7 Habits to Highly Effective People, he has a whole chapter on communication.
Oh, really?
Whether it's with your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your kids, your coworkers.
And you can talk to someone too, but I see a lot of people talking to each other and not really listening.
Yes. And that's what he talks about in his book, that when you communicate with each other, you have to keep asking questions till you truly feel where they're coming from.
Exactly.
You see their side.
Right.
Before you try to say your side.
Right.
And he said it's no time limit. It can take 2-3 days trying to understand their viewpoint.
Right.
So.
Right.
So with other couples, what have you experienced now in the single world? What's dating been like for you after?
I see a lot of people who aren't truthful. Mm-hmm. You know, you really got to be who you are, and make sure that you don't put any false. I don't know what I want to say. Something like you got to be who you are and not make up things about yourself. Be truthful.
Oh, I read a thing where guys say that 33% of women lie on their dating profiles online. Women say half the men they ran into, they say they're single or divorced, but they're still married.
Yeah.
And I've never ran into that myself, but probably my worst situation was this gal on her profile had all these pictures. She said she was athletic. She was my age, she said, lived close by, didn't smoke, same passions, hobbies. So met her for a drink, and here to find out, she was over 300 pounds. She smoked. She was like 10, 15 years older than me, and she lived in Hudson, Wisconsin, which is, an hour and a half away?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my gosh, you wasted my time and everything. So
yeah,
it is too bad people can't be honest and straightforward. If they don't want to have kids, be open, be honest. Say you don't want to have any more kids.
Yep.
Whatever it is, but yeah, it is a shame.
Yeah, and it comes down to respect too. You need to respect each other and treat the other person like you would want to be treated too.
Oh, very true. Gary Smalley, I don't know if you've heard of Gary Smalley before.
No, I haven't.
He's a relationship expert. Really, he's awesome to go see live too, but he talks about the wow. And he brings out this violin, and it looks like a junky violin. And people are looking at it, it's old and junky. And then he says, look inside, and it says like 1873 Stradivarius.
Oh, and then they say,
And they go,
wow.
"Oh."
Yeah.
They go, wow. And he said,
Exactly.
why don't you do that? Wow, I'm in the presence of royalty every time you see your spouse, every time you
Exactly.
see your boyfriend, girlfriend, your kids, your co-workers, your friends,
Exactly.
instead of taking them for granted. So it's like, wow. And I know myself, that's something I need to work on too. I get busy in my life, and this and that. So to tell good friends like yourself how much I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And so any last tips, advice for people entering the dating world after being married
Good
20
luck.
years? Good luck.
Just be yourself and try to make sure everybody else, make sure they are too, kind of somehow. I don't know.
Well, super.
Everybody just needs to be themselves and enjoy life.
Well, guys, gals, there you heard it from a woman's point of view on dating and relationships. So if you liked this video, please click you liked it. Also subscribe to the Mills Way channel. If there's any videos you'd like me to make in the future, please send me an email. And I appreciate you watching the Mills Way. Also enter my monthly giveaway contest each month. I'll be giving away different prizes each month. And I appreciate you watching my channel. Also share my channel on Facebook, Twitter, other social medias to get the message out to help others have happier and healthier relationships. Till we talk again, have a great day and follow your dreams.